Imagine a time before the Great Pyramids of Egypt, before the ancient Greeks, even before the written word. We're traveling back to the cradle of civilization, to the land between two rivers, where the first cities rose from the dust of the earth. Welcome to ancient Sumer, the birthplace of myths that have echoed through millennia.
The land between two rivers. That's Mesopotamia, right?
Exactly. Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, where the Sumerians thrived. They built cities like Uruk and Ur, which were marvels of their time. But it's not just their engineering that was remarkable. It was their stories, their gods, and their legends that truly set them apart.
So, what kind of stories are we talking about?
Stories that speak of gods who walked among men, of heroes who battled monsters, and of the eternal quest for immortality. Take, for instance, the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known pieces of literature. It's a tale of friendship, adventure, and the human condition.
Immortality? That's a theme that never gets old.
Quite literally. And the Sumerians had a unique take on it. Their gods were powerful yet relatable, with human-like emotions and flaws. They feared death, sought love, and even brewed beer.
Gods brewing beer? Now that's a religion I can get behind.
And that's just the beginning. But let's delve deeper into their mythology. Let's uncover the story of Inanna, the goddess of love and war, and her descent into the underworld.
A goddess of love and war? That's quite the combination.
It is. Inanna was fierce and passionate, embodying the complexities of life. Her journey to the underworld is a powerful symbol of transformation and rebirth, themes that resonate even today.
Transformation, rebirth. These are ideas that transcend time.
Precisely, and it's through these ancient myths that we can explore the very essence of humanity. But enough teasing, let's dive into the story of Inanna and her perilous journey to the realm of shadows. Now, let's spiral down the cuneiform clay tablets to the story of Inanna. She wasn't just any deity. She was the queen of heaven, and her tale is nothing short of extraordinary.
A queen's tale always has its twists. What's hers?
Inanna decided to visit the underworld, the domain of her sister Ereshkigal. It was a place no deity dared to tread, a realm of darkness and despair.
Why would a goddess of love venture into such a place?
That's where the story gets interesting. Some say it was to attend a funeral, others believe it was a quest for power. But one thing was clear: to enter the underworld, Inanna had to give up everything.
Everything?
At each of the 7 gates to the underworld, she had to remove an item of clothing or jewelry, symbolic of shedding her power and identity.
That's quite a sacrifice. Did she make it through?
She did, but not without consequence. Upon reaching Ereshkigal's throne, Inanna was struck dead on the spot and hung on a hook.
Dead? That's quite the plot twist.
Indeed, but remember, myths are rife with resurrections. Inanna's loyal subjects mourned her death and eventually secured her release.
How did they manage that?
With the help of Enki, the god of wisdom, they created 2 creatures who empathized with Ereshkigal's grief and, in doing so, persuaded her to let Inanna return to the living.
So, empathy was the key to her revival.
Precisely. It's a powerful message about understanding and compassion. But Inanna's return came with a catch. Someone had to take her place in the underworld.
A life for a life. Who was the replacement?
That, my friend, is a story for the next chapter. Shall we continue? As Inanna ascended from the underworld, the fates decreed that someone must take her place. The natural order demanded balance, a soul for a soul.
Who would be willing to replace a goddess?
That's where the tale twists again. Inanna was free, but bound by the laws of the underworld. She had to find a substitute, and her gaze fell upon someone unexpected.
Who caught her eye?
Dumusid, her own husband. When Inanna found him, he was not mourning her death but instead enjoying the throne.
Her husband? But why him?
Some say it was his lack of grief, his failure to honor her memory. Others suggest it was a test of his loyalty. Regardless, Dumusid's fate was sealed.
That seems harsh. Was there no other way?
There was one. Inanna, moved by love or perhaps mercy, struck a deal. Dumusid would spend half the year in the underworld, and his sister would take his place for the other half.
The cycle of seasons. That explains the origins of summer and winter.
Exactly. When Dumusid was in the underworld, the earth grieved and winter fell upon the land. When he returned, life blossomed once more, and summer graced the world.
A myth explaining the changing of seasons. It's poetic.
And that's the beauty of mythology. It weaves tales that explain the world around us. But let's not forget, these stories also reflect the Sumerians' understanding of life, death, and the delicate balance between them.
It's a reminder that everything is connected.
Indeed, and as we close this chapter, we're reminded of the cyclical nature of life, a theme as relevant now as it was in the days of Sumer. As we weave through the tapestry of Sumerian myths, we find that their legacy is more than just stories. They laid the foundations for much of what we consider civilization today.
Foundations? In what way?
The Sumerians were pioneers. They invented cuneiform, one of the earliest systems of writing. They mapped the stars, creating constellations that navigators still use to chart their course across the seas.
So, they were astronomers as well as storytellers?
Astronomers, mathematicians, engineers. Their contributions are immeasurable. They even had a goddess of writing and wisdom, Nisaba, who was said to record the deeds of kings and mortals alike.
A goddess for writing. That's honoring the power of words.
Indeed. And speaking of words, let's not forget their poetry. The Sumerians composed hymns and laments that still move the heart today. Their love of language is a testament to their sophistication.
It's incredible to think that their words have survived thousands of years.
It is, and it's through these remnants of the past that we can glimpse the richness of their culture. But their influence extends even further.
How so?
Their myths and deities influenced the cultures that followed. The Babylonians, Assyrians, and even the Greeks borrowed from Sumerian mythology, shaping their own gods and legends.
So, in a way, the Sumerians live on through other cultures.
Precisely, their stories of creation, the flood, and the afterlife echo in the mythologies of civilizations around the world.
That's quite a legacy, to touch so many lives across time and space.
And that's the power of mythology. It connects us to our ancestors, to each other, and to the mysteries of life itself. As our journey through the ancient world of Sumer draws to a close, we find that the echoes of their civilization are still with us, reverberating through the corridors of time.
Echoes that tell a story of human ingenuity and spirit.
Indeed. The Sumerians may have vanished into the sands of history, but their innovations laid the groundwork for the modern world. Their ziggurats inspired the architecture of future generations, and their legal codes influenced the laws we abide by today.
It's like they planted the seeds for the future.
A fitting analogy. And just like seeds, their myths and legends grew and branched out, influencing countless cultures and religions.
It's amazing how stories can shape the world.
Stories are powerful. They can build empires or crumble them. They can inspire hope or instill fear. The Sumerians understood this, and they wielded their tales like the most exquisite of tools.
And now, we've inherited those tools.
We have. And as storytellers, it's our duty to keep these ancient narratives alive, to pass them on and let them inspire new generations.
So, what's the final message we take from the Sumerians?
The final message is one of legacy. The Sumerians remind us that what we do today may echo for millennia. Our actions, our words, our stories, they have the power to transcend time.
Then let's make sure our echoes are worth listening to.
That's the spirit. And with that, we conclude our exploration of Sumerian mythology. But remember, the end of one story is just the beginning of another.